Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Hub by Mr. H. And in this video, you will learn about special products. This part 1 of the video will cover difference of two squares and perfect square trinomials. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is the difference of two squares. So maybe you're wondering what special products are, by the way. So actually, this involves multiplying binomials. All right. This difference of two squares is actually a product. So if you are given these two binomials that you need to multiply, and if you take a look at the given variables, okay, how the terms look like. The first binomial is a plus b, and the second binomial is a minus b. Definitely, you're looking at this term, a, are the same. The second term, b, so they are the same as well. The only difference is the operations in between. All right, so those are the things that you need to remember. You are asked to multiply and you see these patterns. Definitely you can apply this quicker way that I'm gonna teach you. All right, so how are we gonna find the product of this? It's very easy and straightforward. So what you need to do is first multiply the first term of the first binomial and the first term of the second binomial. So this one is going to be equal to, so a times a is a squared. So the second thing that you need to do is you multiply the second term of the first binomial times the second term of the second binomial. So b times b is b squared. Now the sign in the middle will be always negative. And that is the answer. That's why it's called special product. Talking about the product, so the first term of the product is a squared. This is a perfect square. And the second term of the product, which is b squared, is also a perfect square, right? And the sign in the middle is negative because you have two different signs there. So positive times negative is always negative. All right, so that's what difference of two squares is about. All right, but of course, like what I mentioned earlier, you need to watch out for the patterns. So let's answer the two questions here. So the first one, 9 plus x and 9 minus x. So two binomials and we need to multiply them. The first term, 9 and also 9, they are the same. The second term, x and x are the same too. And if you take a look at the operations, so one is plus and one is minus. So definitely it's going to follow the concept of difference of two squares, which is the special product of this. All right, so to find the product, so we multiply first 9 and 9. So 9 times 9 is equal to 81. And we multiply the second terms. So x times x is x squared. And the sign in the middle is always negative or minus. And that's it. That's the answer. How about the second one? Feel free to pause the video and try to answer on your own. All right, so let's take a look at the second question if it follows the same method as this one. So first term, x squared and x squared, the same. Second term, 3 over 5y and 3 over 5y, the same. And the operation, so one addition and one subtraction. So definitely we can follow the same concept. To find the product, x squared times x squared, just a quick review. So x squared times x squared. So you are multiplying with the same base. So we copy the base x and we add the exponent. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So the answer here is x to the power of 4. And the next 3 over 5y times 3 over 5y. Multiplying fraction. So 3 over 5 times 3 over 5. So multiplying fractions is easy. So we multiply the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9 divided by the product of the denominator. So 5 times 5 is 25. But don't forget to multiply the y. So y times y, we copy the base y, and then we add 1 and 1. So that is 2. That's why it's y squared. And the sign in the middle is always minus. And that's the product, which is difference of two squares. This is a perfect square, and this is also a perfect square. All right, so if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, so click subscribe so you won't miss any of my future videos. All right, so let's check out one type of special product, which is the perfect square trinomials. So first of all, you have this term right here, trinomials. So from the root word tri, that means it's a polynomial with 3 terms. Let me give you an example. Example, x squared minus 2x plus 1. This is a trinomial because it has 3 terms. 1, 2, and 3. So terms are actually separated by minus or plus. Now, this perfect square trinomials, which is another type of special products, this is actually obtained if you are given a plus b and another a plus b, and you are asked to multiply. So the product will be a perfect square trinomial. Well, actually, this one is actually the same as a plus b squared. These two are the same. Okay, so this is just the expanded one. Another thing is S1. So a minus b times a minus b, or a minus b squared. So these two are the same. All right, so if you are given something like this or like this, definitely there's a quicker way to find the product, which is a perfect square trinomial. All right, so let me start with this. Say I have a plus b squared. And to find the product without expanding it, all right, so I need you to remember there's always going to be 3 terms because the product, which is a special product, is called a perfect square trinomial. All right, and where are we going to get the terms? Easy. So first, you take this first term and square it. That will be the first term of the product. All right, next, you need to take the second term, put it at the end, and square it. So to find the middle term, you take both the first term and the second term, multiply them, and multiply it by 2 all the time. So this 2 right here is fixed. All right? Now, what are the signs that we need to follow? So whatever the operation is in the given binomial, you copy that here. That will be the sign of the middle term. And the sign of the third term of the product is always going to be positive. Why? Because if it's minus, it will be negative times negative is still positive. Positive times positive is positive. This is the answer. Now, the other case is if the given is a difference, so subtraction. You still follow the same thing. So first, you take the first term and square it. Next, you take the second term and square that, and you put it on the last term. And then to get the middle term here, you need to take both the first term and the last term, multiply them. So it's going to be A times B, and multiply it by 2. The sign of the middle term will carry the sign that is present here. And the sign of the last term is always going to be positive. So let's apply this concept by answering these two examples right here. All right, so the first one we were given quantity 7x plus 2y squared. To get the product, we take the first term and square it. We copy the sign plus, and then for the last term of the product, we take the second term of the binomial, which is 2y, and we square it. And for the middle term, we take the first term times the second term, then times 2. So the 2 here is fixed. All right, and then we simplify. So 7 squared is 49, and x squared is x squared. And then for the middle term, we multiply the 3 coefficients first. So we have 2 times 7 is 14 times 2 is 28. And x times y is xy. Then copy the sign plus. And again here, we square the whole thing. So square 2 squared is 4. And y squared is y squared. And that is the final answer. So this is the special product that is called a perfect square trinomial. All right, so let's take a look at the second question here. All right, so feel free to pause the video if you want to try. Okay, so first thing, we take the first term and square it. And then since the sign here is minus, it will be copied. And then for the last term, we take the second term and square it. And remember, the sign of the third term is always positive. And for the middle term, m squared times 10n times 2. All right, and then we simplify. All right, so m squared times m squared. Just simply multiply this 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Next, we simplify the middle term. Copy the sign negative. So 2 times 10 is 20. M squared times n is m squared n. You just copy. And the last term we square. So 10 squared. 10 times 10 is 100. N squared. All right. And that is our answer. All right. Are you ready for the challenge question? So grab your pen and paper and answer this. All right, so once you have the answer to this question, please remember to leave a comment down below with your answer. And if you think that this video is helpful, please remember to hit the like button, share the video with your classmates and friends, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos. All right, once again, this is Mr. H, and thank you very much for supporting my channel, and I will see you in the next one.